Hi and welcome to or back to the channel. My name is Zene and I talk about any and everything related to the environment, climate, and veganism with some lifestyle content here and there. Because we're in the holiday season, a lot of eco girlies, including myself, are going to encourage you to buy from small businesses, which you should. Many people's reaction after hearing that, they'll run to this online platform notorious for selling vintage items from small businesses, aka Etsy. However, in recent years, many buyers and sellers have expressed concerns with the platform, and we will get into those later into the video. But before that, many people might not know what Etsy is, so we have to go way back to the beginning and talk about Etsy's origin. So if you see me looking down, I have my laptop right here because I want to make sure I get the facts right, okay? So Etsy is an e-commerce online platform that focuses on selling of handmade or vintage items and craft supplies. It was started in 2005 by Robert Kalin, Chris McGuire, and Heyman Shoppick. I might pronounce the name wrong, and if I pronounced it wrong, I'm so sorry. I am not good with names. Kalin explained why he named the site Etsy in 2010 interview with Reader's Digest, saying, "I wanted a nonsense word because I wanted to build a brand from scratch. I was watching Fellini's 8.5 and writing down that I was hearing what I was hearing. In Italian, you say Etsy a lot. It means, oh yes, actually it's Etsy. And in Latin and French, it means what if. In Greek, Etsy means just because." Etsy passed 1.7 million in sales in May 2007. On July 29th, Etsy had its 1 millionth sale and anticipated its 2 millionth sale will occur mid-December 2007. In November 2007, buyers spent 4.3 million purchasing 300,000 items for sale on Etsy, an increase of 43% from October 2007. In July 2008, Robert Kalin, again, that was one of the CEOs or the founders of Etsy, ceded the position of CEO to Maria Thomas. Some longtime Etsy employees left the company in August 2008, including founders Heyman Shoppick and Chris McGuire. In September 2008, Etsy hired Chad Dickerson, who formerly worked at Yahoo, as Chief Technology Officer. Okay, now we're going to fast forward to 2010. So in March 2010, Kalin said that the company is profitable and plans to go public, though not until at least a year. In July 2011, Chad Dickerson, CTO since September 2008, became CEO upon the firing of Robert Kalin. Later CTOs were Kalan Elliot McCrea and John Alspaugh. Okay, now we're gonna fast forward some more. So Etsy went public April 16th, 2015, selling 13.3 million shares, while other stockholders included venture capital firms such as Accel and Acton Capital Partners were selling the rest. The company's valuation was 1.8 million and raised 237 million in IPO proceeds. Today, Etsy has incorporated more features and other items to the platform, such as OpenAI. However, through the years of Etsy growth, we've seen changes of CEOs, we've seen the firing of a CEO, and Etsy also had some controversies or issues. So if you talk to many sellers of Etsy before, like let's say they were selling in 2008 or previously, they would say that Etsy's downfall occurred once the company went public. I would disagree with that. I think it started way before then. So on October 1st, 2013, Dickerson held an online town hall meeting to announce that Etsy will now permit factory-made goods and drop shipping, provided that seller either design or hire designers of the item disclose to Etsy their factories, disclose that they use factories and took ownership of the proceeds. In that meeting and afterwards, Etsy claimed the meaning of the word handmade should be refined to encompass factory made. In my opinion, I think opening up Etsy to drop shippers and factory made items made Etsy no different than Amazon, Temu, and Shein. Etsy was supposed to be like this small, cozy, community oriented space where small business owners can sell their vintage and handmade items to buyers. If you go on the platform now, it's kind of polluted with drop shippers trying to pass off items as handmade. The next issue is that in February 2020, Etsy announced a new risk-free product advertising program, replacing an existing system allowing sellers to purchase ads on platforms such as Google Shopping from within Etsy. All sellers will be automatically opted into this program, but sellers with an annual revenue of $10,000 or higher will be subjected to 12% cut instead and are required to participate with no opt-out. This, in my opinion, and many sellers would agree, is just a cash grab from Etsy. I believe that sellers should have the option whether or not they want ads run for their items or products or services. And I don't think it's right to automatically opt them into something without having an option for them to opt out. So there are other issues such as you having to pay to be seen, basically. There is fees and taxes and all that stuff that's placed on the sellers. And allegedly, so don't come for me, Etsy, allegedly, Etsy is forcing sellers to offer free shipping. Again, this is just alleged. Overall, Etsy has came a long way, but there's still issues that need to be addressed. So I went on Reddit to get more information in making this videos because I want to include the seller's voice on this video because I'm not a seller, I'm just a buyer. Here are some of their responses. So I'll be reading the comments off my iPad, so let's go. Etsy is lowering my search visibility. I had a couple of 2 to 3 star reviews 2 days ago and it affected my customer service standards. I went down to 4.6 for this review period. I had warning on my dashboard about Etsy is lowering my search visibility. All my views and sales crashed. I worked with unsatisfied customers and made things right. They changed their reviews in a positive way. And I went up to 4.7 again. Last night, search visibility warning disappeared because, again, I am up to standards, but still none of my listings visible in the search. How long does it take to visible in the search again? And I'm going to read another comment about like somebody else having problems with customers leaving bad review. One of the issues that I saw when I was going through the Etsy Reddit thread is that Etsy doesn't really fact check the comments or the reviews, so you can just leave a bad review, or if I really didn't like the person that's owning this business just for whatever silly reason, I can just have me, my friends, my family go attack this person and leave a lot of bad reviews, and it can really hurt their small business or their Etsy shop. Okay, the next one, shop critique request, SEO help. Does anyone have a tried and true SEO that helps them get orders? I've been getting lots of views but no orders, and I think my SEO is part of it. What tags do you use that help you? Also, does the paid version of Irby make it worth the money? I don't know what Irby is, which doesn't really matter. Etsy is becoming more algorithmic and SEO based, and if you're not a content creator, then you probably don't know the struggle of SEO and the algorithm and how it can be. I saw on the Reddit thread, a lot of small business owners on Etsy are struggling with SEO and algorithms and stuff like that, and my heart really goes out to them. How do you handle bad reviews from people who can't read? I've gotten few 1 or 2 star reviews from people who didn't understand it's a digital product. How do you handle these bad reviews and the decrease in your overall star rating? Again, like, Etsy doesn't really fact check, and a lot of customers, they, like this person said, they cannot read, so they think they're getting one item when in fact they're getting another one, and it was their mistake, but they still leave bad reviews. And Etsy doesn't have like a review kind of system, and it really hurts the business, like I said before. I got a 1-star review from a customer. The actual review was all positive. They liked the product and design. I sent a message thanking them for their purchase, and I'm so happy they love the product. I noticed they left a 1-star by accident. If they had a moment, they would mind changing it to match their good review, etc., etc. Their response: item was smaller than expected. I have size charts and several references so customers know what they're ordering. Also never mentioned in the review. So frustrating. Just needed to vent. And then someone replied and said, I get your frustrations. Etsy buyers are awful. They do not understand the gravity that their reviews have in our shops. I just received a 1-star review because the customer put in 2 colors for her item to be striped, but wanted a solid. It's my fault she didn't get what she wanted or didn't have common sense choosing solid. She received exactly what she ordered. I should have read her mind. 1 star, never reached out. Although her review in a sea of 5 stars looks stupid, I'm certain most likely have other reviews that will outshine this person's light. I wish Etsy would have this. Since they're getting more into AI, maybe AI can help. I wish they'll have something that will help fact check reviews, and maybe that could help out the sellers and not really hurt their business too much. Even though Etsy is having their issue, that doesn't mean that you should not support small businesses at all, especially during the holidays. Shopping from small businesses, especially during the holidays, help your local economy. It also fosters community and it provides unique gifts. Unlike large corporations, small businesses often reinvest more money locally, generating economic growth and creating jobs. For instance, studies show that for every dollar spent at a small business, approximately 67 cents stay within the community compared to less than 40% from large corporations. That might not seem like a lot, but if you add it all up, more money is being put into the community when you shop from small businesses rather than shopping from big corporations such as like Amazon and Walmart and Dollar Tree and all these other places. So since I am an eco girly, I have to talk about the environmental impact of shopping from small businesses. So shopping from small businesses benefit not only the local economy, but also the environment. Small businesses often have smaller carbon footprints compared to large corporations due to their localized operations and less energy-intensive supply chains. Large corporations typically rely on massive global supply network, which increase emissions from transportation and packaging. In contrast, small businesses frequently source materials locally, reducing the need for long-distance shipping and excessive packaging. Also, small businesses are likely to use sustainable practices, such as eco-friendly packaging and ethically sourced materials. So basically, supporting small businesses help the environment because their products use fewer resources, which means less waste. So I heard this saying or this complaint all over in the internet, in person, just in various spaces. Many people will say, oh, shopping from small businesses is expensive. And that is a valid argument. Some small businesses have high prices that people cannot afford. Even so, that does not mean that you still cannot support small businesses in other ways other than financial means. So you can share their eco-friendly products or their products on your social media pages, like in your stories. You can create a post, a reel, whatever. Encourage your friends, family, and community to attend like small vendors fairs or small vendors markets. And you can also advocate to local businesses to use eco-friendly packaging. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I'll link some small businesses that I like and I reached out to and tried some of their products in the description box below. If you like this type of video, I'm sure that you like my videos about overconsumption. So please head over to the card above and check out my videos related to overconsumption. I'll also link the videos below in the description box as well. And before I end, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Like, I never thought that I would reach 100 subscribers. I've always heard that YouTube is really hard to grow on, and like, I'm kind of neutral about it. It's only the effort you put in is the effort you get from it. So I really appreciate getting 100 subscribers. I can't believe 100 people decide to click the subscribe button and actually watch my videos. That's kind of like mind-blowing to me. So I really appreciate it. Lastly, if you have an Etsy shop, please like put your name and what you sell down below in the comment section. For the new year, I want to like try and check out more small businesses. So I would love to check out your shop and see what you sell and everything like that. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And I hope you have a happy and safe holiday.